Now that San Diego Comic-Con and Fundays is officially behind us, I know there's one question on all of our minds, and that is, where the heck is our box of fun? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to briefly recap Fundays 2024. There was some good stuff that happened. There was some mess stuff that happened, but we're going to break it all down really quick as we actually had a very exciting and really fun weekend, even though we were thousands of miles away from the event. So if you guys didn't know, Fundays happened this past Friday and Saturday night. First time that they ever did 2 days. And that brings me right into the first positive point that I have for Fundays 2024. It looked like, because the event was split into 2 nights, that it was actually a more smaller, community-driven, intimate event where people actually could enjoy interacting with Funko as a company without so many people around them. In fact, last year there was 3,400 people at Fundays, and this year there was 3,600 between the 2 days. So really only 200 more tickets. So instead of having one giant Fundays, you had 2 smaller events comprising a 2-day event. And I think this was a really good strategy by Funko, and I think they should continue this strategy moving forward because their goal is to get more collectors and more fanatics to this event. But at the same time, having a smaller to medium size event allows people to not feel as overwhelmed with so many people around them, and it allows them to interact more with, of course, Funko as a company. My second big point that I want to mention really quick that I think Funko did right at Fundays was they actually recognized members of the community who were very deserving of awards. This is something that should be done by more companies, but it is something that Funko does that not a lot of people, in my opinion, know about. So a couple people got awards, and it's pretty awesome because we actually know some of those people. So Tristan, aka Top Pops, he got the Social Media Content Award, and definitely very deserving of that. If you guys don't know, Top Pops, massive Funko creator. He has over 3 million subscribers here on YouTube, and he is just an amazing, down-to-earth, very humble person, considering the fact that he has the largest following here in the Funko space. He wasn't the only one who got awards, though, as our good friend Lauren, aka Oh Lordy Pops, she took home the Rookie of the Year 2024 award, so very excited and happy for her. But also there were some other great people who we have not had the privilege of meeting yet, but just want to give them a quick shout out, of course. So the Spirit Award went to John, aka X John Bovax on Instagram. The World Traveler Award went to Anthony, aka Geeky Peoples, over on Instagram. And then Collector of the Year went to James, aka Cosmic Zombie. So congratulations to all of the people who won those amazing awards. There was also some people that were inducted into the Funko Hall of Fame. But overall, I just want to shout out Funko as a company for going the extra mile and recognizing people in our community that were deserving of recognition. I just think that's something truly special, and it just makes Funko as a company just ahead of the game compared to other companies. So kudos to Funko for that. Next up, we gotta talk about the huge, shocking, positive thing that happened at Fundays that a lot of people, including myself, were not expecting. And this is definitely in regards to the items that were given out, because when it comes to Fundays, that is that is the highlight of the event. A lot of people are always very eager to see what limited pieces are going to be given out. And last year, Funko surprised us, and they gave us limited pieces as rare as 100 pieces, but they stepped up their game and they gave us 50-piece limited edition Freddy's, and we got one in particular in the form of the Blacklight Marvin the Martian pop, limited to only 50, which is just insane. This is going to be a highly sought after pop. It actually does look really cool. I really love the design, and I think it actually works well with Marvin the Martian as a character because he's from outer space, so that blacklight theme kind of works well with him. But 50 pieces is going to demand a hefty price tag down the road, so if you're hunting this one, I would try to get it now, because once most of these 50 disappear from the market, they're just going to sporadically sell, and when they do sporadically sell throughout the next few years, they're going to sell for likely higher and higher prices. But overall, just very exciting to see a super limited piece amongst several other regular limited pieces. I mean, we had pops in the 250 range, 500 range, 100 range, 900 piece range. Like, these are amazing limited items that we love to see, and I'm so excited that Funko did this and they gave 2 waves of people between the 2 nights a lot of items to get very excited over. Another quick thing that I want to mention in the positive column that I know a lot of people were very excited about was the fact that Funko gave out Protos this year. They did not give out Protos at last year's Fundays, and I know some people who went to Fundays last year were a little disappointed, so pretty cool to see that Funko gave out a lot of Protos. We saw Pop Protos, Soda Protos, Gold Figure Protos. There was Pop Ride Protos that were given out. Some really unique pieces. And even though I am not a huge prototype pop collector, I know there's a lot of people here in the community who do enjoy collecting those items, and they specifically seek those out for their collection. So pretty cool to see that Funko just released several hundred, if not a few thousand, into the marketplace. The last quick point that I have in the positive column is the fact that I think Funko did a great job on the limited edition Mascot Pops that were given out at Fundays. If you remember last year, they also did a great job on those Mascot Pops with making all of them flocked. But all of the creatures and characters that they selected for last year, because Lumberjack isn't a creature, they all looked great flocked because it made sense with the theme. This year we had the Parrot, the Kraken, the Buccaneer, and the Shark, and I don't know about you guys, but unless it's the Parrot, the other 3 would not have looked good in flocked variant form. So the Kraken was glow. We knew that one was going to be glow heading into the event because that one had actually leaked a few days early, and that glow is just absolutely amazing. The Buccaneer also glows. That makes sense because he is a blacklight pop. And then the Shark was metallic, which I thought was an excellent choice as a variant for that character. So overall, the Mascot Pops look great, and I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be seeking them out over the next few months just because Funko took the extra step and made each one of those have their own individual variation that made sense. So now let's quickly talk about the missed opportunities. I don't want to say negative because these 2 items aren't necessarily negative. They are just 2 points that I really think a lot of people are talking about. And in my opinion, they are 2 huge missed opportunities when it comes to Fundays. So the first item that I know is on a lot of people's minds, and I am still shocked that we did not get at least one Franny released at Fundays. If you want to get nitpicky, technically we did get some Franny biddies, but there was no Franny Wacky Wobblers. I thought that was going to be a layup. I thought we were going to see a Pirate Franny Wacky Wobbler at Fundays. There was no regular Franny Pops. There was no Franny Soda, so that was a little bit of a shock. I thought Funko was going to take advantage of their new character in the mini Funko family that they now have with Freddy, Franny, and Proto, but they gave us a ton of great Freddys. There's a lot of great Proto sodas, and we're going to talk about the sodas very briefly in just a moment, but no Frannys I think was a huge missed opportunity, although it really makes the roller drive-in Franny that was exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con look really good now, and I think a lot of people are going to be going after that one just because I think we were all kind of holding our breath, waiting for Funko to release a slew of Frannys, and we didn't. And in a way, this is actually good, even though I'm disappointed. I wanted to get at least a few. It's good that they didn't go all in on Franny, because now Franny remains super special. Maybe by the end of this year, we'll only have like 10 Franny Pops or so, which will be crazy, and it'll just continue the hype for her moving into 2025. My last point that I want to talk about for my missed opportunity and just my last overall observation in regards to Fundays 2024 is in regards to the sodas. Now, we did get several sodas released at Fundays. There was a lot of 500-piece sodas and 700-piece sodas, which is fantastic. We got variations of Pirate Freddy and Pirate Proto in various different colors, and there was even a metallic 500-piece Pirate Freddy soda. But at the end of the day, I really think there was a missed opportunity, of course, with no Franny soda, like I mentioned, but also none of these sodas had chases, and I understand that these sodas are very limited. They're 500 pieces, they're 700 pieces. It's a great piece count for collectors to go after, but I really think Funko could have stepped up the hype and added a lot more excitement to the event if instead of releasing all these 500-piece sodas, if they would have released one 5,000-piece Pirate Freddy and one 5,000 piece Pirate Proto and made all these different variations chases. That would make everyone want to rip open their soda either at the event or immediately after the event, or, you know, people would be selling them, and then us at home, we would be super excited trying to figure out, am I going to get the blue Pirate Freddy? Am I going to get the red Pirate Freddy chase? Like, instead of making the different versions that they're already making, just add in some chase pogs and make it all under the umbrella of one soda, you know, character, one soda can that has the 5,000 pieces. So I really think that would have been awesome, but for whatever reason, it must be cheaper just to release the different variations, although I am very excited to see that they release some extremely rare sodas. But those are all my observations on Fundays 2024 throughout the weekend. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, whether you went to the event or whether you were at home just observing the event like we did. What did you think? And what would you like to see either differently or the same for next year's Fundays? I really hope they do another cool theme. I think the pirate theme was fantastic. A lot of people were dressed up as pirates, and you could definitely see just all the spirit that was, you know, exuding from the event and how much fun everybody was literally having at Fundays. So guys, today is Monday. It is time for our weekly Monday Motivation segment. And today's Monday Motivation segment ties right into the theme of today's video with recapping Fundays. And for today's Monday Motivation, that is, don't be afraid to take a negative and turn it into a positive. Whatever you're doing in your life, whatever situation you get thrown into, don't be afraid to take something that everyone is upset at over, or everyone's really frustrated over and doesn't see a way out or some kind of solution, and don't be afraid to turn that into a positive no matter what you have to do. And I'm really proud of our community because I firmly believe we did exactly that this past Friday night during our Fundays watch party. A lot of people were upset over how the Fundays ticket drop went. Some people said that it wasn't fair, it sold out very quickly, and some people who went to the event in years past missed out on tickets and weren't able to go this year. So as you can understand, they were very frustrated. They were even more frustrated when they went to the aftermarket and they saw how much these tickets were being sold for. And I know that crushed a lot of people's hopes because a lot of people are on a budget. They can't afford to spend $5,000 on an entire weekend just highlighted around one big event. But this past Friday night, something very special happened on our channel with our watch party. We had almost 300 people watching for several hours. We went for a total span of, I think, 4.5 hours here on the channel, and we had a blast. We had some of my friends give us some live look-ins at Fundays. We were reacting to all the reveals as they came in, and just as a community, even though we weren't at the event, I think we all got to have a lot of fun in those few hours, just enjoying the spirit of the event all the way, you know, wherever you were, in various points all over the country and all over the world and everything. And we got so much positive feedback from that watch party. I had a blast. I know Joanna had a lot of fun. It just overall was an event that got taken to the next level, and I just wasn't expecting that to happen. And I firmly believe that we took a negative and we turned it into a positive, and it's already something that I'm looking forward to doing next year, because at the end of the day, I think the whole point of Fundays is to celebrate Funko and why we all love it as a community. Whether you are at the event or not, that doesn't mean that we can't come together at any point in time as a community and just share in the passion and the joy for what we love to collect from this company that makes awesome products. So thank you to everybody once again for coming over to the watch party. It was very successful and it was a blast. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score.